Wow. It is here, everybody. It is here. The 2020 PCT digital auction. Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Martin Anaya, and I am joined by my cast and crew right here. These guys are normally behind the scenes guys that are helping us out here. But for our purposes for today and for tonight's digital auction, which I'm going to be explaining all to you. They're going to be our cast members. I am joined by Haley. I am joined by Matthew, by Danya, by Zachary, and by Christabel Fieros. Guys, hello, welcome. How you guys doing?
Great, great. How are you?
Ladies, gentlemen, I am hanging in there, and I am very, very excited to talk about this wonderful digital auction tonight and our live telephone call-in auction tomorrow. So just so we can set the calendar for folks, this is what I need you guys to know. This is what you're going to hear. The long story short is, in the next 2 hours, and I'm going to repeat this later on this evening, we're going to talk to you about the PCT digital, meaning the online version of our auction. So let me explain to you what happened. Over the last, several decades, PCT has been supporting the local community here on the San Mateo Coast side with public education and governmental television, and increasingly cyber media, meaning everything online, all the different kinds of things, the new ways that people are communicating, okay? And in the last year with COVID, I mean, anybody that's been alive this year knows that it has been an absolute horror show, to be honest with you. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's just been a nightmare for the local businesses. So normally we would have an auction that would have 2 nights of a live auction that would have 60 items each night. So tonight, for example, Saturday night would have 60 items, right? And you would call in to bid. Tomorrow night, you would have 60 items and you would call in to bid. Now, first of all, I got to tell you, here's the good news. The good news is we are able to bring you 2 nights of an auction. Okay. Now, the bad news, and I'm being really honest with you guys here, and I'm being as straightforward as I know how to be. The reality is that we couldn't get 2 nights of a full auction. And the reason why is because so many businesses have gone out of business and are hurting. And I'm only praying to God that they come back. Earlier in the spring here at PCT, we did a thing where we actually reached out to our business community and we said, hey, you know what? We're going to give you some free ads. So if you're a business that you're watching tonight and maybe you didn't see enough advertisement for you out of this here tonight, I want you to know that we got your back. We're here for you at PCT Pacific Coast Television. And by the way, folks, not just tonight and not just tomorrow, but 365 days of the year. So if you don't get enough out of this and you're one of those wonderful businesses that donated and that helped us out, give me a call back on Monday at 650-355-8000. My name is Marty Anaya, and I'll be personally there to help you. That number again is 650-355-8000, and it's right on the bottom of your screen right there. Now, we're going to talk about tomorrow night. We're going to talk and we're going to preview some of the amazing auction items that are going to be up for bid tomorrow night. But the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to talk about this online auction, okay, which starts tonight and then goes through the week. And what do I mean by that? Here's the distinction. Both of these auctions, tomorrow night and tonight, are something that you can watch on television, like you're watching right now, if you're watching this on TV, and or online. So you can go to that website right below me at pacificcoast.tv and you can tune in, okay? However, only tomorrow night will we be taking live phone calls, okay? Only tomorrow night. But tonight, you can start bidding right now. As soon as I start putting these auction items up for bid, you can start bidding on them. The auction is live. However, the methodology by which we're going to be presenting it to you is all digital. And what I mean by that is you got to go to the website, you got to click on it, and we'll show you in a second how to do that. But in essence, you're going to be bidding online only. You're not going to be, there'll be no phone call bid. So I hope that, even some of my staff here was going, Marty, what's up? And they've been asking me all day. And this is how it's going to go. And the reason, again, why is because we couldn't get 60 items for tonight. We could only get 20 items for tonight. But I'm going to tell you what, we packed those 20 items. And this particular auction, sometimes we get items that are amazing items, but they're not what you would call a no-brainer. They might be something that you have to really think about and kind of like research and get a little bit more understanding of. Those items are frankly difficult to sell on a real quick, like call us right now type of an auction. So what we're actually doing is we're leaving this thing open for an entire week. So some of the sports memorabilia, which we'll talk about here in a little bit, and some of these other auction items are items that you're going to have an opportunity to bid on all the way through Monday of the next week. Not this, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Monday, but Monday of the following week. Okay. And that is a service that we hope will give you more opportunity to kind of study some of these things that might need a little bit more study and give more people an opportunity to bid and to participate. So you know what? COVID giveth and COVID taketh. The main thing is that you're at home and you don't have to brave the elements. You don't have to go to the mall. You can stay home in your jammies. You can watch tonight, watch tomorrow night, Sunday night, and I'm going to put a lot of stuff up there tonight so you can see what tomorrow's all about. And then tomorrow you'll bid live through phone calls. So tell all your friends. It's PacificCoast.tv worldwide. You can tune in worldwide live on the internet, or you can watch us on Channel 26 or Channel 27, Comcast Coastside, and on AT&T under Channel 99. There's a drop-down menu, and it'll say Pacific Coast Television. Okay? So everybody got that? Now, all my crew here, do you guys understand it now? What do you guys think? Is this something that we can do?
Yes, of course it's something we can do.
Definitely, we could do this.
All right, I'm looking forward to it. Now, I just want to talk to you guys as we get into this really briefly. Haley here and Matt have been helping us out as our marketing team this year. And Haley and Matt, you guys have been doing a fabulous job. And by the way, I want to say it now for everybody to see. If I haven't said it before, thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys have been doing a fabulous job. Sometimes I get irritated in the run up to these things, but I don't want you guys to think for 1 second that I don't believe that you're doing a fantastic job. It's just that we're doing a lot of different things. This is a whole different animal with COVID. So I hope you at home will give us as much patience as we're trying to give ourselves here. But Haley and Matt, I want to thank you, and I'm going to be referring to you guys on some of these auction items tonight. Danya, Zach, and Christabel, who are also here, and a little bit later we're going to be bringing in Madeline and Josh, who are also on our team this year. They're working more on the production end of things. So Danya, let me ask you a quick question here. What are you doing actually tonight with this auction? What is your role here tonight?
So my role here tonight is to keep the time to make sure we are running smoothly. Yeah.
And make sure that we're running smoothly. And
Yes.
what we call a floor director, right? You're kind of directing operations a little bit. And then Zach, what are you doing here tonight? What's your job?
I'm here to talk about some of these lovely items that we have up for auction during this.
All right, now check it out. Now we're making live TV. So here's what I'm going to do. While this is on me, I'm going to ask Danya to scoot your picture down a little bit so your head goes up in the frame, and you too, Zach, because right now what's going on is our phone number's hitting you right in the chin, brother. Yeah, sit up straight. And you too, Danya, go ahead and like tilt your camera down a little bit. There you go. Boom. All right, see, we're making live TV, folks. This is how it happens. And I want you guys to make sure that you're looking good in the frame. All right, so it looks good. So as we get going into this thing, what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to throw it over to Haley. And Haley, what I want you to talk about is some of these wonderful auction items. But first off, if you would, and again, as a fundraiser for PCT, I'm very, very grateful that we have marketing people like yourself and like Matt who can help us with this. But my question to you, Haley, is this. How does the actual online part of it function? I gave people a kind of an overview, but how does it actually function, Haley?
So if you just go to pacificcoast.tv, you'll find the link to our online auction. It's going to be on 32auctions.com. Once you click on the link, it will take you to our page, our fundraising auction page, and scroll to the bottom and you'll see a little button that says view all items. Once you click on view all items, you'll get to see all of our items. You can click on each item individually and submit bids and see the minimum bids and see the bid that it's currently at.
All right, well, that makes a lot of sense. And in fact, I'm going to do that in just a second here. But Matt, let me go to you real quick. Now, you and Haley were both instrumental in helping us to put this together. Really, all of our team was. Everybody kind of worked. And by the way, I want to thank all of the team, Christabel, Danya, Zach. I want to thank all of you guys because you guys really were instrumental in doing all of it, even the marketing and so forth. And I know a lot of times somebody signs up for a production job, they don't expect that their boss is going to hand them a telephone and tell them to start making marketing phone calls. But as you started talking to these businesses, Matt, my question, I'm going to ask Christabel the same question because Christabel helped on this too. What did you find out there? What were some of the problems and the challenges that some of these businesses who we rely on and who we absolutely love and adore, these local businesses, what were they facing? What was some of the issues that they were facing?
Yeah, so just how Marty just said, we are really big on community relationships at Pacific Coast Television, and we love reaching out to the local community and local business owners as well. So some of the issues that arose while I was speaking with them was funding issues and really struggling with the COVID effects this year. And us at Pacific Coast Television, we totally understand, and we really just wanted to reach out and build a great connection with them.
Yeah, well, I appreciate you guys for helping to make that happen. And Christabel, let me ask you the same question, but let me put a twist on it. Were there any stories or anything that when you talked to somebody, they said, you know what, I'd love to help you and I'd love to support this auction this year, but I'm struggling with a specific X, whatever it might be. Anything that you can remember that pops up for you when you're talking to some of these businesses?
Yeah, there were a lot of businesses that did want to help our station, such as the Alamo Theater. And that's in
Oh,
San
in San Francisco, the Alamo Draft House, the Alamo
Yeah,
Theater.
the Alamo Draft House.
Wow.
They actually wanted to help us, but they had no funding at the moment. And so they said till next year. But,
Sure,
maybe
sure.
next year we could do this for PCT.
Absolutely, and I know that Christabel, you're probably going to be down in outside and not even in the Bay Area. You're probably going to be. I think right now you're working out of Los Angeles. So I mean, hopefully we can get you back and help us out with that. But look, that's a perfect example. So anybody who doesn't know, if you're like watching us from Sacramento or from Ireland or from I have some friends in Italy that are watching. Guys, I want you guys to know something. I know that you're struggling over there in all your areas, and guess what? We are too. So for those of you who don't know, the Alamo Draft House is one of those wonderful little theaters that is in San Francisco. And I've been to it many times. And basically, they'll serve you a full-on dinner at the same time you're watching a movie. Well, guess what? All the theaters have been shut down and in various stages of shutdown right now. So some of these businesses, as much as they want to help, they're frankly in no position to, not because they don't have money necessarily even, but just because they're not even open. So, I mean, you got to take this into consideration. And this is why we couldn't get a full 60 items tonight, but it's also why I want to say kudos and thank you to all of these fantastic businesses. So whether or not you go online and whether or not you get anything, okay, whether or not you actually see something that maybe you want right now or that maybe you're going to get for a Christmas present for somebody this year, do yourself a favor and remember these businesses, because while you may be struggling and maybe not, they definitely are, especially the more mom and pop they are. And Alamo Draft House competes with some of the biggest chain theater companies in the industry that are presenting movies. And guess what, folks? They're hurting. All right. So Zach, I want to ask you real quickly. You helped us out quite a bit. Now you got a couple of really interesting auction items for this digital auction specifically, which we're going to jump into right now, and supporting PCT, supporting community media. Can you talk about maybe one of those items that you were able to wrangle for us?
Yeah, one of those items that I'm really excited about on this online auction is a 2-night stay in a tiny luxury home in Pacifica. It's only a walk. Oh, it's a small walk away from the beach, and it has a lovely flat screen TV, fire pit, hot tub, and patio. It's really great for solo travelers or couples that want to go and have a night out on the town in Pacifica. So I'm
That's
really
amazing,
excited.
bro. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to share my screen here. And I don't know if you guys can see it. Just let me know when you can see it here. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to actually back out of our website so that you can see how we actually get into this. And like what Haley said, if you go to our pacificcoast.tv, what you're looking at our pacificcoast.tv website. And as you scroll down here, you'll see right on the right-hand side here, there's a little watch now button. Do you guys see that? And it just means that you can watch the actual live stream. So if you want to watch and you're not on cable, you can watch it that way. but there's also a click here button. Now this one here happens to be for Sunday night, so that's for tomorrow night. So tomorrow night we're going to go 6 to 11 live, and this is going to be a live auction, like I said, and you're going to actually be able to bid on items by calling live. And so that means we're going to shut
Marty,
it down.
we have a minute. We have an hour 45 left.
Okay, thank you very much, Danya. So tomorrow night, you're going to actually get an opportunity to bid on these items, and you're going to be able to bid on them live, but they're going to close live. So be understanding that tomorrow night, it's one and done. If you don't see it after an hour that it's on, boom, it's gone forever. But tonight, if I scroll down, there it is, exclusive online items. Now this one is going to be open, like I said, through Monday, November 30th. So I'm just going to go ahead and click there. And that takes me to what Haley was talking about. And now what do I do, Haley?
Now you're just going to scroll down
Okay.
until you find a button that says view all items. And you'll get to see
Perfect.
all
There it
20
is.
items.
I see it. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And there we are. These items are going to be up for bid, and we're going to keep them until, what did we say? What did we say, Matt? Until next Monday, November the 30th. So you'll have other opportunities. And remember, folks, what are we trying to do here? We're trying to get you amazing auction items for Christmas at the same time that we raise money for your community media center. And there looks like, is this the thing you're talking about right here, Zach?
Yep, that's exactly it.
All right, let me pull that up. Now, Zach, talk to me about this thing. What is it?
It's a small luxury tiny home in Pacifica. So it's a really, really intimate location there. As you can see, it has a very nice large patio there with a fire pit.
Yep. And I'm going to go ahead and let, while I'm showing you that picture, I'm going to go ahead and let Haley go ahead and read that description. Haley, go ahead and read it. This really looks like a fun little time here. What's going on here, Haley?
So you can escape to a contemporary and impeccably new and clean tiny house just a walk away from the ocean in Pacifica. This luxury home offers many features, like Zach was mentioning, a flat screen TV, fire pit, grill, and a hot tub. And with a queen bed, this spot is ideal for solo travelers or couples. And
Wow.
if you want to take a trip to the coastside, Patty would love to be your host.
Wow. All right, now let me back out of this just so you can see how I got into it. So it's very easy for you if you want to bid on this. So this is the 32 auctions webpage, but you know, I don't expect people to remember all that stuff. So what we do is when I back out of it, and there's a view all items, and I'm just literally hitting the back button and I'm going back to our website. Boom. And so there it is. All right, so that's where you can see these things. Now, we're going to be showing you over the course of the next hour and a half, we're going to be showing you a lot of amazing items that are on sale tonight that will be held out until November the 30th, until Monday, like I'm telling you. However, tomorrow night, there are going to be some auction items that are going to be one and done. Like I said, if you don't get them tomorrow night, you're just not going to get them at all. You're not going to get the opportunity. All right. One of them that we have a video for is for Nick's Seafood. Now, if you have never been to Pacifica, maybe you're listening to me from the Valley, or maybe you're listening to me from LA or somewhere, and you just don't know Pacifica, or maybe you're on the East Coast somewhere, you just don't know Pacifica. You've got to go to Nick's, especially if you like seafood. Their crab sandwich is to die for. And what I'm going to show you right now, and what we're going to be auctioning off tomorrow night, and tomorrow night only, that means it's one and done, is Nick's Seafood. Check this out, and we'll be right back. Watch this.
Or come for a cocktail in the lounge. But beyond the view, Nick's is famous for serving superb Italian-American food. Since 1927, the Gust family has run this classic Italian-American roadhouse, keeping generations of San Franciscans and Peninsulans well-fed and happy. Because it's just about impossible to come to Nick's and not have a good time. Folks have been coming here to Pacifica to eat and kick back at Nick's since long before there was a Pacifica. Bet you didn't know that the city of Pacifica didn't incorporate until 1957. Before that, there were a few coastal communities and Nick's. The menu is, well, to say extensive, just doesn't do it service. Whatever you are looking for, from breakfast omelets to pasta, to the world's best crab sandwich, to a perfectly done steak, it's right here on Nick's menu. It's been the place for San Franciscans to get away from it all for 80 years. Even today, it is a day trip destination for city dwellers as well as visitors from the East Bay and the Central Valley when they want to get a break from the heat or just want to experience the primal beauty of the Pacific Coast. It's also a great place for a libation and a hot cup of coffee if you've been down to Mavericks to watch the surfers. Nick's at Rockaway Beach. It's the place on the coast for great Italian-American food, awesome views, and a full bar with a drink of your choice. And remember, there's dancing every Friday and Saturday night from 8 p.m. Come to Nick's and have a great old time. It's easy to find. Just head south from San Francisco down Highway 280 until you hook up with Highway 1. Then go straight until you come to Rockaway Beach. Take a right at the light and go 1 block until you hit the beach. From San Mateo, take Highway 92 and turn north on Highway 1. Nick's is on your left as you pass Devil's Slide and Linda Mar. Come visit us on the coast soon.
Wow, I don't know about you guys, but I got to be honest with you. I'm kind of a little bit drooling here from watching that about Nick's. And, you know, and as you could see there, not only is Nick's got fabulous seafood, but guess what? It's right on the ocean. There's not a bad seat in the house. I'll tell you one more thing that I am looking forward to when we get out of COVID is when they start having their entertainment nights again, which will be happening. So as we talk about the auction tonight, I'm prefacing and previewing things that are going to happen tomorrow night, and Nick's is one of them. That is item number 23. Is that right, Haley?
Yes, that is correct.
So item number 23, that'll be for tomorrow night, Sunday, and that's Nick's Seafood. And Haley, go ahead and just read for me, if you would, the get down, because we lost a little bit of audio in the beginning there, so I'm not sure if people heard all that.
Yes, Nick's has been a staple of our telethon for years. So these dinner deals always go quick, so make sure to put in your bids. You can score a meal at a local treasure with stunning views of the Pacific Ocean. They're really known for their seafood meals.
Oh, tell me about it. That crab sandwich is is the bomb. Now, by the way, Haley, what's the value of that?
$100 value.
So $100 value. So folks, this one's a no-brainer. So you see why we put that for tomorrow night, right? You see that one, obviously we want to put for tomorrow night because it is a no-brainer. Now, some of the things that might make you go, do I really want this item? And you want to think about it, maybe do a little research on it. That's some of the stuff that we're going to be putting up tonight on the online only aspect. So tomorrow you will call in live starting at 6 o'clock. And you will look for items like that number 23 Nick's and some other things that I'm going to show you here in a minute. But for now, what I'd like to do, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let me see if I can do it. And I'm going to go back to that online auction. So here we are. We're back on the PCT website, and you can see it right there. That's tomorrow. That way you'll click there. And this is tonight. And then again, ending on November 30th. So I'm going to click on that. And Haley, what I'd like to bring up now, and maybe Matt, maybe you can talk to me. View all items. There it is. All right, maybe Matt, you can talk to me a little bit about this one, because what I'd like to talk about is this autographed Ted Williams print that you can see right here. I'm going to go ahead and click on that. What is this thing?
Well, this thing is a staple for baseball lovers and sports fans all around. It is an autographed and framed Ted Williams poster as he touches home plate gracefully way back 80 plus years ago for the Red Sox.
Wow. Now, for those people, maybe there's some people at home. Sorry, I had to get a little drinky poo there. For those people at home that maybe don't know who Ted Williams was, who was this guy as a baseball player? Why is he such an immortalized baseball player?
Well, you can't mention baseball without Ted Williams. He is one of the most iconic players of all time. And baseball, as you know, is America's pastime. And this goes back as a tradition for more than 100 years.
Now, you told me that that Ted Williams had a pretty good batting average.
Yeah, one season he actually hit above 400, which is unheard of in today's game.
Has anybody done that in modern times? Is anybody hitting over 400?
The only individual would be Tony Gwynn, who is another legend as well.
Wow, wow. So there it is, folks. So now look, think about this, folks. Okay, let me stop sharing for just a second so I can look at you. Okay, so here's the deal. That is something that you can bid on right now. You can click on it. You can go to pacificcoast.tv if you're watching me on TV. Go to our website, click on it right now, and you can read up on it. And then here's the beauty: you can go do your homework. Because let's say you have somebody who you love, who you know is a baseball fan, but you're like, who is this Ted Williams guy? I'm just hearing about it now for the first time. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. This here, folks, is an opportunity for you to do your homework. What was the value on that one again, Matthew?
The value on that one is a starting bid of $50.
All right, so that's a minimum bid, but what's the value? Minimum bid is $50.
Whole value is $200.
So it's a $200 value. Now, you might not know that. Okay, you're taking our word for it. All right, signed autograph print, whatever, Ted Williams. All right, he's a big, baseball player from the old school. Great. It may not be for you to know in the sense of, intrinsically. Maybe you got to go do your homework because maybe there's somebody who you know that you're a fan of that you want to do right by this Christmas. Think about it, folks. This is our holiday red carpet auction, and who's the star? You are, because you're going to be the star of your family if you pick up this thing for somebody who absolutely is a baseball aficionado. All right. So we're going to have more of this stuff in a little bit. Right now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to throw it out to a little bit of a break. We've had some very interesting times over this year with COVID. And one of the things we tried to do every year, we cover the World International Surf Dog Competition. Okay. Now, that is something that we do every year at PCT. And unfortunately, due to COVID, we couldn't cover the World Surf Dog Competition this year. But what we were able to do was talk to a couple of the participants and some of the folks who are and their dogs are involved in the World Surf Dog Competition. And we thought that in lieu of the fact that we couldn't do the Surf Dog Competition, right here as a little entertainment package for you as you're watching this auction, I want you to kick back on the couch, maybe go grab yourself something to drink or whatever, and relax and just settle in with us a little bit, because we're going to entertain you as well as get you something that you're going to probably love for the Christmas holidays for some of the people in your household. But right now, what I'd like to do is introduce you to a furry friend who likes to surf. Check this out.
PCT wishes to thank its outstanding telethon sponsors.
The finest pastries, breads, cakes, cookies, and pies. Family recipes and family owned. Mazzetti's Bakery specializes in cakes for every special occasion. A coastside landmark for over 38 years.
Delivering the local news you care about right to your doorstep. The Pacifica Tribune, your hometown newspaper since 1947.
KHMB Radio is your hometown community radio station, serving all the neighborhoods of the coastside with news, entertainment, and information. Tune in to KHMB Radio at 100.9 FM, AM 1710, and online at neighborhoodradio.info.
The Hair Factory, hair cutting and styling for the entire family. Located at 992 Lindemar Boulevard.
Sofa Outlet is committed to creating affordable and functional interior design inspirations. Offering locally manufactured furniture with customizable options, Sofa Outlet is your one-stop shop for space planning and consultation. Visit sofaoutlet.com.
Crespi Business Center, Pacifica's boutique business park. Located next to the Pacifica Community Center along Highway 1. Call Museo Electric and Telecom Security for all your electrical, data, telephone, and security alarm needs.
The Mexican Open Golf Tournament, a benefit celebrating Mexican and American cultures. Join us at the tournament in Vacaville. Dine at Nick's Restaurant and Lounge for a relaxed atmosphere, fresh seafood, and extraordinary ocean views. Open daily in Rockaway Beach since 1927. Reduce, reuse, recycle. The science and practice of resource recovery. Recology sees a world without waste, where resources are used and reused in a sustainable ecosystem.
Thanks again to all our outstanding telethon sponsors. We appreciate your valuable support.
Watch the PCT Red Carpet Auction on November 21st and the 22nd. You can also stream it online on any of your digital gadgets at pacificcoast.tv or stay at home and watch PCT on channels 26 in Pacifica and 27 in Half Moon Bay. The PCT Red Carpet Auction is on November, Saturday the 21st and Sunday the 22nd.
Surfing is something us humans find hard to do, but comes second nature to Rothstein, a bulldog from San Diego, with his owner, John.
What really inspired us is when I got him, he would always really kind of, when we'd go out to the beach, take walks, he'd really showed an interest for like looking at the waves and looking at the surfers and a lot of the, people around here that surf, and kind of would go up to their boards. And from there, we just kind of thought, well, maybe we should just try him on a surfboard. And learning for him to surf wasn't too hard. I mean, he kind of really understood it. I mean, I think he would just watch people so much and kind of see it like, okay, you surf in, you go, you get off the board. So really from there, it was really, I don't want to say it was easy, but it was something that he kind of took to, and it was sort of like we were in it together. So in San Diego County, they did close the beaches for about a month and a half or so. We really sort of almost surf more now, because it's like, wow, it got, taken away from us once, and we couldn't do it. So it's almost like, we need to take advantage of how fortunate we are to live right at the beach. About 4 competitions or so that we go to a year. Pacifica is obviously one of the funner ones. We really like going up there. When us going to Pacifica, we really, the whole community there really embraced us, as well as, all the dog surfing community a lot. And we really got a feel for, it's a very local, great community up there. And I think the local, stations really give you that kind of that local perspective. They give you things that are going to be based more on Pacifica, as opposed to like, well, hey, just the greater Bay Area. And it, really shows just a lot of pride in the, the great community and the great area that you guys do have, that, some of the bigger networks may just not be able to really fully, cover or be able to kind of get that essence of. We really do appreciate all the hospitality that the whole, community of Pacifica really shows us when we do go up there. And I mean, we were, very, very sad, of course, that we weren't able to make it up this year. We're just hoping that everything works out for this next year, because we're really looking forward to coming back up for it.
Make sure to watch Rothstein catch a wave at the next Surf Dog Championship. I'm Daniel Romero, Pacific Coast TV.
Yes, that is right, folks. If you are just joining us, you are watching the 2020 Pacific Coast TV Digital Red Carpet Auction, where you are the star. My name is Marty Anaya, and once again, I am joined by Haley, by Matthew, by Danya, by Zachary, and by Christabel, my awesome A-team, the crew like none other. Come on, give it up for yourselves, guys. You guys are awesome. And that was an awesome video that we just saw. If you just saw that little surf dog video, that guy's name, that dog's name is The Real Rothstein, and our own Danya Romero created that video. And we're going to get right back to the auction action in a minute. But remember, this is the kind of stuff that you're supporting. As we talk about this auction, What are you supporting? You're supporting your community. We are literally your voice to the coast side. We have a radio station now, and we have all the wonderful aspects of not only television, but podcasting and all kinds of things that you can do even from the comfort of your home without having to even come into the studio. So that's what you're supporting, and you're supporting wonderful stories like this. Now, as I was saying before we ran into the break there, we couldn't do the surf dog competition, the World Championship surf dog competition this year, but we could get a little flavor for the real Rothstein. So first of all, Danya, thank you for doing it. What did you learn that maybe we didn't see in the video there? What can you tell me about these crazy surf dogs and their owners that maybe, I don't know, maybe if it comes through or not? I mean, well, here's what I want to know. Are these dogs really having a good time out there, or are they just
Yeah, they are. You know, what he was telling me was that Rothstein is a natural at it. He never had any trouble with the ocean. He wasn't scared of it, because, you know, most dogs are kind of scared of pools or, you know, taking a shower. And no, Rothstein was just a natural at it. It was like love at first sight, I guess. And it was great that his owner also takes an interest in surfing. So it's like a bonding activity between them.
Yeah. Well, and you know, look, I know about Man and his dog, right? A boy and his dog. When I was young, I had a little beautiful Australian Shepherd. Her name was Lady, and she was the, you know, with the half, you know, the glass eye or whatever they call it, like the half white eye, and just gorgeous dog. And there are some things that are just like natural abilities for dogs. Like in the case of Australian Shepherds, they are herding dogs. I didn't have to train my dog at all, you know, in order to do what she did. She would go, because we had horses that lived right next door to us when I was growing up. And I'm telling you what, this dog did not need to be told to go run them horses around. And she would corral them and make them go where she wanted them to go. It was just totally a natural thing. What's up with this? I mean, what's the training like? I know you probably touched on it a little bit in that video there, but what's the training like for a surf dog?
I know, and I asked him that, and he said, well, one day we just took him out on a surfboard, and it was what he loved to do. He didn't have any trouble with it. And that's kind of hard to believe, because, you know, training a dog how to sit or roll over or any other normal activity is pretty hard to do. So I could have imagined surfing is pretty hard to do, because personally, I've tried surfing and it was just horrible. But no, apparently Rothstein had no trouble with it.
You're not going to go out with me and Christabel surfing anytime soon?
I mean, if you guys teach me.
Hey, look, I'm good to boogie board. That's about as good as it gets for me, man. I try to get up on the board, but I'm okay on the water skiing. Have you ever gone water skiing? That I can do.
Nope, no, I haven't yet.
Maybe one year we'll get these dogs water skiing. Now, this is an obvious no-brainer, but I think that was a bulldog. What was the breed of that?
That Rothstein is a bulldog.
Okay. And did you see, I'm sure when you did your you know, kind of research there's a lot of different kinds of breeds that are doing this. It's not just like one type or another, right? I mean, what other kind of breeds did you see doing this?
I mean, I'm not too good with dog breeds, but there were a lot. There's not like one specific dog breed that can surf. It was pretty that diverse group of dogs. So,
well,
yeah.
The reason I ask is because I saw that one clip and there was like two dogs on the board, and they were like kind of like riding in tandem. One was a bigger dog and one was a little dog. I mean, so
yeah, I could not tell what breed those were.
but I guess what I'm getting at is they don't have to be a big dog or a little dog per se. They just whatever.
Nope. No, they don't.
Skills, man, skills. And thank you for helping us out with your skills, bringing that story to us, everybody. Danya Romero, we appreciate that. Now we're going to get right back into this auction here. And again, if you're just joining us, what are you watching? You're watching the PCT 2020 digital auction. Like I said at the top of the show, if you didn't see that, you know, this is a year. Okay, let's be honest. 2020 has been a rough year, and I just pray and hope and wish that you are safe and that your folks are safe at home. I mean, that's the big thing, okay? So whether or not we get to do all the wonderful things that we want to do, and whether or not, you know, and some folks are suffering, they've lost jobs. A lot of these local businesses are suffering. And our hope is that we can just bring a little bit of light into your life for Christmas. You might get some wonderful items that you might not have otherwise gotten. And maybe we can support some of these local businesses. Haley and Matthew, you know, you guys are our marketing crew here, and you guys have really been kind of checking out, I guess, all of these businesses. Were there any stories that any of the businesses told either one of you that really just kind of touched your heart as we were doing our fundraising for this?
You know, I did have a story, and it involves one of our dear friends, Chris Porter at Recology off the coast.
Yeah,
And
sure.
unfortunately, they were not able to participate this year, but they insisted on keeping them on the list for next year because they love doing business with us and they love building community relationships. So that story really touched my heart because I know that they are affected this year, but they're going to do their best to try and help us next year as well.
Yeah. And by the way, that's something that I've heard. It's a common refrain that I heard this year. It was tough for us to get auction items for that reason because so many businesses were hurting. Haley, was there anything that jumped out at you as far as any businesses that might have been really impacted by COVID this year?
There weren't any specific businesses that I can name, but there were a lot of hair salons and nail salons that I know are struggling right now just because they did open pretty recently due to the restrictions. And they haven't had a lot of time to really like get up their finances. So they always said keep them on for next year, but this year it would be a little difficult for them.
Understood. And also, you got to think about all the businesses that opened and that might have to close again as things get worse. And right now, we're sitting in the middle, latter part of November, and as predicted, COVID rates are worsening. So we want to keep you at home, keep you right there in front of your device, in front of your TV, where however you're watching us. Tomorrow night, we're going to have 60 amazing auction items for you. You got to watch that. Starting at 6 p.m., we're going to go live. And hey, baby, we're going to make this happen. We're all, I don't know if you noticed this, but we're all socially distanced right now. And that's how we're doing this. We're doing this on purpose as a socially distanced production so we keep ourselves safe. And believe me, there's going to be some hiccups. I'm not going to lie to you. There might be, as you're looking at me, it might look like one of those, foreign films that got subtitled into English because there's a little bit of a lag. And by the way, when we do that live auction tomorrow night, I want you to know this too. This auction we're doing tonight, you can bid on these items till next Monday. The one tomorrow night, you got to bid right away. So be aware there is a little bit of lag, okay? So when you want something, bid on it right away. Do not wait, because if you wait to the last second, because of the lag, you may have actually mistimed it and waited too long. So get that in your mind. And when we talk about some of these amazing auction items for tomorrow night, I want you to bear that in mind. All right, now talking about tonight again, Haley, I'm going to run back to you real quick, and I want you to talk to me about one of these amazing auction items. I'm going to show people again, if they're just tuning in, how to actually get at these. You go to our pacificcoast.tv, and I'm going to share my screen as you're talking, Haley. But tell me what you want people to know about.
All right, the first item I want everyone to know about is our 1 month of group classes from United Studios of Self-Defense. I think this is a super cool auction item, and it's nice to do it in a group. It's a great exercise, especially because everyone's been quarantining at home, and it's nice to get out and do some exercise.
Yeah, so I'm looking at it here. It's 1 month of group classes, and you're absolutely right. And by the way, folks, these people will hold on to this for you. So if you're worried at all, if you're like, yeah, I want this, but I'm a little bit worried, I don't want to get into a group setting, I don't want to be close to anybody right now, just be aware that they'll hold on to it for you. And there are some social distance options with a lot of these things. So what I would ask you to do is to hang on to the certificate and to call these folks. And your kids will learn and have a lot of fun with these wonderful, wonderful classes. So this is a great way to go. I'm going to do here, Haley, is I'm going to go ahead and back out of this just for those people that maybe have just started tuning in, just so you can see what we're talking about. Again, we're just talking about tonight's auction. If you go to our website right here, pacificcoast.television or .tv, and you're going to scroll down, there's tomorrow night, okay? That's where you're going to click, or you're going to click right here to watch tomorrow night to the right. You can see the live stream. But if you keep scrolling down just a little bit more, you're going to see tonight. And when you click on that, and again, that doesn't close until November 30th, that's when you see these wonderful items, and you go here to view all items. Now, Haley.
Okay, sorry to interrupt, but we have an hour and 15 minutes left.
Thank you very much, Danya. I appreciate you keeping us on our toes. Haley, talk to me about one of these other items. What's this 1 week camp business? What's this?
Well, the 1 week camp is from the Heal Project. It's a farm in San Mateo, and it's for your kids. The Heal Project's mission is to teach kids where their food comes from and why it matters. So this 1 week camp will give kids a fun hands-on outdoor learning opportunity. and let your kids have a memorable experience where they're in nature, learning how to plant, harvest, cook, and prepare produce directly from the field.
Outstanding. I like it. Now, this next one we have a video for, okay? This one is a beauty. This is 2 all access pass. Now, don't run the video yet, Jason, because I'm going to let you run it in its entirety. But this one is 2 all access passes to the Sacramento Film Festival. And what do you know about this one, Haley? Talk to me about this one.
So the legendary Sacramento Film Festival, which is each May, is something you will not see anywhere else. Last year, it featured Colin Hanks, Lou Hunter, Michael Madsen, the cast of Star Trek, and much more throughout all the years that it's been going on. And, you know, you get into all red carpet events and parties, depending on if it's virtual again or if it's in person.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, I happen to know a little bit of something about this one because I am the director of this event. And I'm going to tell you guys, like I said it before, we have had amazing people at this event every year. Now, this year, due to COVID, we did something a little bit different. We actually put the entire festival online. And with that, we extended it past the 8 days. Normally, the festival it's an 8-day run, right? Well, what we did this year was we actually ran the film festival from May, and we're not going to stop until December. So look, if you happen to get these tickets and we're still in COVID next year, guess what? We're not going to cancel this event. I know a lot of people are hesitant to want to buy tickets to events, and I don't blame you. But I'm telling you right now, we didn't cancel this year, and we're not going to cancel next year. If we have to, we'll just put some of those items online. And in fact, people are getting an even bigger bang for their buck because we're having many, many more items at that same price point with that $175. What is it? What'd you say was a $150 value?
It's a $300 value.
Oh, that's $150 per ticket. Let me be clear. $150 per ticket. That's all access, all parties, all events. And by the way, people that know me know that I put on monumental parties. I'm not just saying that to toot my own horn. There's a huge team that works with us. But the fact of the matter is, part of the thing that makes Sac Film Fest legendary is the legendary parties. But I'm going to tell you what, even in COVID times, we're able to do it for you. So let's take a little video look here at some of the other times, the times when we were able to gather in person for this. But I promise you, either way, next year, you're going to be in for a treat. And think about it like this. This might not be for you, but these tickets are cross-pollinatable. They're transferable, okay? So you might be able, it's an 8-day festival, or if we're online, it's an 8-month festival. But the point is that you're going to be able to go, or you can pass it to somebody else and let them go. Anyway, let's let the video talk for itself, and I'll come back and talk on the other side. All right, folks. Now we're talking about that Sacramento Film Festival 2-pack. It's $150 per ticket. That's a $300 value. Haley, what's the minimum bid on that thing?
The starting bid is $75.
What? Gee whiz, okay, look, that's a no-brainer, folks. I thought that we were going to put this in the digital auction because it might be something you have to think about. That's a no-brainer. Let me ask you a question here. Let me talk to Christabel for a second. Christabel, what's your major in school? What are you studying?
I study journalism.
Journalism. Now, as a journalism major, what do you think would be some of the fascinating things that you would want to see at a film festival? What would be some of the things that would turn you on and turn on maybe your journalistic pursuits to want to know more about if you got passes to a film festival?
I would love to see documentaries because that's something I'm very passionate about. I also do photojournalism, so documentaries would be the one thing I would like to see.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you mentioned that because not only do we have an esteemed documentary program, but we have one that is specific to the issues of our climate, and it's called Environmental Visions. And this is something that we're running right now in the 2020 calendar year, which will be happening on December 13th, 12th, and 13th this year. It's called Environmental Visions. And this particular year, because I had mentioned that we're doing a lot of NorCal stuff, it's all local documentaries, meaning Northern California based documentaries about issues and environmental concerns right here in Northern California. And that's an entire program of documentaries that is just one of 25 different programs with the Sacramento International Film Festival. So understand this, if there's a film lover in your home or maybe a journalist like Christabel here, this would make the perfect item. Christabel, not to put you on the spot, but let's say some person that you know, maybe, I don't know, somebody close to you, maybe like, I don't know, your boss or something like that, bought you a couple of tickets to the Sacramento Film Festival. How would that strike you?
I'd be super excited. I've never been to Sacramento, even though I am a California girl. And I would love to go see the film festival in Sacramento. I'd like to go and bring a few friends with me.
Okay. Well, just so you know, we actually have it in Old Sac. We have it right on the waterfront. A lot of the events happen right there on the waterfront. They just put a big giant Ferris wheel on the waterfront. I mean, it's like a party. And and by the way, it happens typically when we do it live, we do it in the spring. So it happens during the perfect weather, like flip-flop weather. It's perfect. Zach, you're a Sacramento guy. You've been to Sacramento. What now, if somebody were to go for the film festival, there's some other sites to see there. What else would you recommend them to go check out?
Oh, well, being right downtown there at Old Sacramento, Sacramento's done a great job revitalizing that downtown. So, I mean, you have there's like the Taco Bell Cantina, the Punch Bowl, there's a Starbucks Reserve down there where you can only get limited drinks. There's the Comedy Club in Old Sacramento. That's always a wonderful evening. There's plenty to do downtown Sacramento right there. And it's all
funny
within
that you mentioned the Comedy Club because that Laughs Unlimited. Punchline is on another area of town. But that Laughs Unlimited, the guy that runs that, Skip, is a good friend of ours, and we actually usually have after parties over there. So when we do the festival, a lot of times we go over there to the after party. Guys, I'm telling you, I've told you before, these are monumental, earth-shattering parties where you're going to meet celebrities, hang out with celebrities, have fun with celebrities, and we do it in some really cool environments and stuff. And a lot of the films that we show are literally on that 100-year-old paddle boat, the Delta King. There's actually, don't tell everybody, an actual theater that we turn into a movie theater with graduated seats, plush seats, the whole nine, and you can even have drinks down there. So if we are able in 2021 to have a live event, that's what you can expect. If not, what we will replace it with is what we did this year, which will be 8 months, not 8 days, but 8 months of an event. So you're going to get way more than your money's worth either way it goes. And Haley, again, what was that one up for bid for?
Starting bid is $75.
$75. Guess what? For 2 tickets?
2 tickets.
Okay, look, that's a bargain. In fact, I'm almost embarrassed to offer it at that. That's too cheap. All right, look, we're going to come back. We're going to talk about that. It's too late now. But if you guys don't get that for somebody that's a film fan in your life, I don't know what to tell you. Right now, what I'd like to do, what are we looking at time-wise, Tanya? How are we looking on time right now?
So we have 1 hour and 5 minutes left.
All right, so what I would like to do, I'm going to run out to a bottom of the hour little break here, and we're going to come back and we're going to talk to you about more of not only tonight's auction, But when we come back, we're going to talk to you about some of the things that are going to be amazing items up for bid tomorrow night. So we're going to whet your appetite with a little bit of that stuff. One of those items is a place called Curiosity. Okay. Now, Haley, I don't know if you can pull up the script for that, but if you can pull up the script for that, what I want to know is what number is it? And then so we can look at it just for tomorrow night. And I want you to tell me a little bit about it. And maybe, Jason, if you could add that to our bottom of the hour sponsor reel, we're going to run out and show you what Curiosity is. But Haley, do you have that? What item number is that?
Yes, it is item 26. It's a 3-month museum family pass to Curiosity, which is on Coyote Point Drive in San Mateo.
Mhm.
It's an $80 or $85 value with a minimum bid of $20. And, you know, it's an amazing place. I used to go there all the time when I was a kid, but it's a spectacular environmental education, and it's listed as one of the best science museums for kids anywhere. You
And
can
I
bid
believe
to
that.
enjoy. Yeah.
Well, wait, now, okay, you've been there. You were there as a kid. So this would be a thing for a family. It's a pass for a family, $85 value. What would you say the minimum bid on it was?
Minimum bid is $20.
Okay, now this again, we're talking about something. It's not on the digital auction tonight. It's going to be for tomorrow night. We're going to roll out to a little bit of a video on it. But just tell us before we roll out to this video, you went there as a kid with your family. What was it that really kind of stuck in your mind about Curiosity? What got you curious about Curiosity?
I think the way that the museum is, it's a lot of interactive stuff. You could kind of, you know, it's a lot of, while you're a kid, you want to play, but you can also play and learn a lot here.
So it's
I think
hands-on,
that kind of,
totally
yeah,
hands-on.
exactly.
Got it. All right. So Jason, why don't you go ahead and roll it, and we'll be right back right after these messages.
PCT wishes to thank its outstanding telethon sponsors.
Ocean Yoga has a variety of classes for all levels, and our professional team of massage therapists offer a wide range of therapeutic modalities. Come see our selection of yoga props, clothing, and gifts.
Haynes, Beffel, and Wolfeld protects your intellectual property. This team of professionals will be there to make sure your patents are protected. Call 1-800-419-4712.
Enjoy sensational lasagna, manicotti, and eggplant parmesan at Luigi's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Adobe Plaza, 950 Lindemar Boulevard.
At Skyline College, you can achieve more. The skilled faculty and staff are committed to empowering students to learn, succeed, and find enrichment in their educational experience. Visit skylinecollege.edu.
Jillian's Gems offers unique fashion accessories for business and personal trunk shows, celebrating and embracing women at all ages and stages of life. Jillian'sGems.com.
Saramonte Center has over 130 specialty stores and restaurants, conveniently located off of Highway 280 in Daly City.
The Sam Mazza Foundation supports initiatives that strengthen communities through enriching culture, championing education, and improving quality of life. Learn more at sammazzafoundation.org.
Chapel by the Sea, a coastside funeral home serving all faiths since 1956. Let our professionally trained staff help with all your wishes. Got a mess? You need a professional. Jerry's Janitorial Services. Wipe those cleaning blues away. Call Jerry's crew today.
Thanks again to all our outstanding telethon sponsors. We appreciate your valuable support.
Watch the PCT Red Carpet Auction on November 21st and the 22nd. You can also stream it online on any of your digital gadgets at PacificCoast.tv or stay at home and watch PCT on channels 26 in Pacifica and 27 in Half Moon Bay. The PCT Red Carpet Auction is on November, Saturday the 21st and Sunday the 22nd.
Curiosity is a science playground and zoo. We are a non-for-profit organization, so all of our visits and memberships go directly to helping us run the facility. We don't actually rescue the animals ourselves, but we do take in non-releasable animals. So when a wild animal goes to a rehabilitation center with an injury or because it was a former pet, it gets examined by a veterinarian. And over a course of treatment, if they find that the animal cannot survive in the wild on its own, they have to place the animal in a permanent setting. We have a male river otter and his name is Gunner. Gunner was found on someone's private property up in Washington. They had 3 small ponds on their property and they were just out walking the land one day and saw that he was there. They did leave him when they initially found him because they were sure his mom was somewhere around, probably just out getting food and was going to come back to him. But by the 3rd day when he was still there and his mom had not come and got him, they realized that they needed to step in. So they decided to bring him into their home and they kept him as a pet. He grew up with this family's children with their 2 dogs. He slept in their beds and lived in their bathtub, which is an incredible story given how very aggressive and dangerous river otters can actually be. Unfortunately, they were given some incorrect information from a neighbor, and instead of taking him to a rehabilitation center, they kept him as a pet because they were told that if they took him to a rehabilitation center, that they would euthanize the animal, which is not true. It's very important when wild animals are found, especially as babies, that they're taken to a rehabilitation center so they can be cared for and ideally released back to the wild. When he was about 4 to 5 months old, they realized that he was getting to be more of a handful than they had initially thought. So the woman circled back to a rehabilitation center who assured her that the animal would not be euthanized. And so luckily, she sent him to that rehabilitation center in Washington. Most people believe that river otters are all fun and fuzzy and they just look happy all the time, and why wouldn't they be sweet, adorable animals? But the fact is that river otters actually can be very aggressive. They have a lot of very dangerous teeth that they could do a lot of damage to a person if they actually got a hold of them. So it's actually very lucky for these people that Gunner was such a good-natured animal even when he was a baby.
Wow, folks, we are back. It is the PCT Holiday Auction, a digital auction. And guess what, y'all? It's a red carpet auction, and you're the star. That's right. You are the star. You know why? Because you can kick back in your jammies and hang out with us here at this digital auction. I am once again, Martin Anaya, rejoined with Haley and with Cristabel Fierros, with Danya Romero. And I've now been joined by Josh Silverstein and Malin Naish, just some more of our stellar crew here, just an amazing crew that we've got. Folks, listen, I want to tell you something. It's been really tough here with COVID. I mentioned it at the top. If you're just joining us, we are now in hour 2 of the Saturday night auction, but we're also going to talk to you about what's happening tonight and what's happening tomorrow. But I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about COVID, right? I mean, that's the elephant in the room if you really want to know the truth. And the reality is this: COVID has been a major impactor on this auction, on, let's face it, PCT, and guess what? On most likely your life in one fashion or another, either economically or, God forbid, any of us have lost someone or knew somebody that had gotten very sick from COVID-19. So hopefully they have a vaccine very soon, and we can get all of our businesses and our friends and family back to work and back to school and back to doing what we love to do. But until then, we here at PCT are determined to set as much of a normalcy kind of pattern for you as we can. Tonight, we're going to repeat. We're going to do 2 hours. We're in the second hour of a 2-hour broadcast, and then we're going to repeat that for you, because what we have tonight is a digital auction. And what that means is you don't even have to call us. What it means is you're literally, all you got to do is go on our website at pacificcoast.tv. That's pacificcoast.tv, whether or not you're watching online right now, or maybe you're watching in some other capacity. You just go on there, and guess what? You can not even have to call us. You can actually bid on items all the way up through Monday, November the 30th. Okay, all the way up through Monday, November the 30th. But what we're also going to do, like we just did with Curiosity there, is we're going to talk to you about some amazing auction items that'll be on our live auction tomorrow night. Okay, so our live auction is tomorrow night, Sunday, from 6 to 11. Make sure you tell everybody. If you know somebody in Sacramento, or you know somebody in LA, or somebody in Washington, D.C. or Washington State, I don't care. Tell them to tune in, because if they have any reason to care about what's going on this coast side, or to maybe to get some really cool auction items for Christmas, for their loved ones, for the loved ones in their life, or maybe you want to do it for them, you should all watch. Make it a family affair, because you can watch from anywhere in the world at pacificcoast.tv. And tomorrow night, like I said, that's the live auction from 6 to 11. Now, again, that's not to say that we're not live here tonight. I got Madeline, and she's joined with Josh, and they're live. How's it going, guys? What's going on?
I'm pretty excited.
You're pretty excited. Well, I got to tell you, I told you before, we were talking earlier, and Madeline, do you know that you're wearing the Sacramento Film Festival colors? Do you know that? We just talked about that Sacramento Film Festival auction item that we're putting up on this online auction tonight. And we're going to talk more about that in just a second. But Madeline, I just want to compliment you on your choice of colors, because you're flying the flag. I don't know if you know that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool. And Josh, man, you're all the way in. Where are you right now, man? Where are you coming to me from, bro?
I'm in Jersey, down the Jersey Shore.
Down the Jersey Shore, man. And what's that life like right now? What's the COVID life? Are you able to stay healthy? And
yeah, everyone's healthy, everyone's good. It's a lot quieter. It's been a lot quieter this summer than usual, but it's good.
Yeah, well, I can imagine it's a lot quieter. I mean, we got Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk over here, and I tell you what, it pains me to tell you this, I did not go to Santa Cruz not one time this summer. And I'll tell you what, if anybody's been in my office, you look right behind my door, and I've got a beach bag packed with all the stuff. I've got like chairs for beach chairs. I've got 2 beach chairs. I've got my beach bag with all my towels, all my shorts, and all the stuff, even like sunscreen, everything. And I had it there. I had it all washed, ready to go. I had it sitting there since last summer. I didn't pull it out not one time. So that's not normal. That's not normal. I want to go hang out at the beach. I want to go hang out at the boardwalk. I want to go eat cotton candy and ride the Ferris wheels and do all that cool stuff. Well, guess what? It ain't happening. But guess what we are doing? By gum, through hell or high water, we're going to do this PCT auction. So Haley, talk to me. Now, for those of us that maybe have just been joining us and they don't know about this new digital wrinkle that we're doing, talk to me. What is this? What is this new digital fangled thing that you and our man Matt have been helping us put together?
Yes, so this digital auction, if you just go to our website, pacificcoast.tv, you'll be able to find a link, and that will take you to our online auction on 32 auctions. And once you get there, you can go down and view all items. And we have 20 items lined up for you on our online auction, and you can see the bid that it's out right now, see the starting bid. You can see, we actually have a buy now option that you can buy the item if you really want it. And you can just kind of view all of the items and descriptions.
Well, Haley, I'm really feeling it, and I've said it before, but it bears repeating. I mean, kudos to all you guys for doing such a great job. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually share my screen. And by the way, guys, as you noticed, we're all socially distanced over here. So what that means is you might get a little lag or a little delay or whatever, but just understand that we're doing the best that we can under trying circumstances. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen. And I'm going to do exactly what Haley just described. So first of all, I'm going to back out of this. So you can see this is our website. All right. So if you go to pacificcoast.tv, you can get some, you can actually just tune in. You can click on this and tune in for tomorrow night. All right. Sunday, November the 22nd. Or if you scroll down just a little bit further, you can see what we got for tonight. So click here. All right. I'm doing it. Boom. And that takes you to the 32 auctions. And then what Haley said to do, go down here and view all items. All right, I'm viewing. So Haley, talk to me about an item that you think that maybe we should be letting people know about.
One item that I think is really going to go fast, it's going to be one of the top items, is the one night stay and restaurant and free play at Twin Pine Casino.
Oh boy. All right, let me find it. Okay, there's some 30-day memberships, the framed autograph. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh. Hang on. Let me find. There's a lot of cool stuff here. Oh, there we go. One night free stay, Twin Pine Casino. Boom. All right. Talk to me about this, Haley. What is this?
So not only is it a one night stay in one of their deluxe rooms, it's also a $25 restaurant credit to one of their 4 excellent restaurants and a $25 free play credit for their casino.
Wow. All right. So you get the room for the night. Double occupancy, I'm assuming, so you can bring your sweetie or bring your roommate from home, which I don't recommend. And one night occupancy, and you get food and what else?
A $25 free play credit.
That's what I'm talking about. It looks like Jason's got some tantalizing food up there. By the way, I've eaten in the Twin Pine. You guys know me. You don't have to threaten me with a good time. I'm ready to do it at pretty much any moment, ready to rock. And this food that we're looking at, the Twin Pines Casino, they don't have a buffet, but they have a restaurant, and it is fantastic. All right. I just had a friend that had a birthday. Matter of fact, guess where I was for New Year's 2020? Yep. I was at Twin Pines Casino. I'm not lying to you. It just occurred to me as we were talking that's where I spent New Year's Eve. 2019 to 2020 at Twin Pines Casino, and it was a great time. And as a matter of fact, I had no idea. I was just going because some friends were going. I'm like, well, I didn't have any plans. I don't usually plan for things like that. But guess what? There was a band from Pacifica playing in the Twin Pines Casino up in Lake County, and I was like, hey, what are you guys doing here? And they were we were just about to ask you the same question. So as it turns out, with doing the Fog Fest and all that, we get to know a lot of the bands around here. So and it was a good time. And folks, listen. These casinos are open, okay? Twin Pines Casino is not going to shut down. They're open. First of all, it's sovereign land, so they don't necessarily have to abide by the same rules. But here's the deal. They are the most safe environment that I have seen. This particular casino and hotel is absolutely stellar, the way they have been treating their guests and the way they have been protecting their guests. So, for example, if you're playing slot machines, they'll have 2 slot machines, like full on a third of the casino is shut so that you don't have to be in anybody's face. They're very strict about enforcing the social distancing and the masks, and also throughout the property, including in the eateries and things like that. Or you can hang on to it because hopefully this virus protection comes through and we're able to get a antidote to this thing, and you can hang on to that because there's no expiration on it, right? There's no expiration on it. So that's a good one. That's a good one, Haley. I like that one. Now, is there another one that maybe you know what? Maybe we should just go right down the list. What's what, because I wanted to go chronologically. If you just go chronologically, we skipped around a little bit. Go back to the next one on the list and tell me about that.
A quick interruption. We have 45 minutes left.
Thank you, Danya. Well, we'll see if we can get through this thing before we have to get out of here.
Yes. So our next item is a 30-day membership at Snap Fitness. It's a $50 value and starting bid is $15.
All right, hang on. Let me find that. Snap Fitness, 30-day membership. And we already talked about the 1-week camp and the 2 all access passes. Hey, wait a minute. Did we talk about this 2-night stay in the tiny home?
Yes, Zach mentioned it.
Oh my gosh. All right, so we're there. 30-day membership. So what is Snap Fitness? Tell me what that is.
Snap Fitness is a gym that you can go to. It's great for exercising, as a gym is. And if, during quarantine, if you're stuck inside and feeling the need to exercise, then this is a perfect item or gift to give to someone else.
Yeah, most definitely. And again, folks, all of these things, they're going to hold on to them for you if you're not ready. Okay. If you're not ready. But if you want to start making your plans for next summer right now, and you want to start making your plans to be involved right now in what's going to be happening, and you want to give somebody a gift item for the future, let's start making those plans. Let's start making those post-COVID plans, and let us be a part of that, and put that under the tree or put it in a stocking stuffer for somebody this holiday season. Outstanding. All right, so I'm talking to Josh and Madeline here. I brought you guys into the conversation because I was, as you guys have been working with us here, one of the things that PCT is all about is we're a training institution, right? We're all about bringing education, and that's not easy right now during COVID. I mean, let's be honest. A lot of the stuff that we normally do in the studio, we just can't do. But what were you guys able to learn from being associated with PCT? And Madeline, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. Something that maybe that you have been able to find within yourself, or some new skill that you're able to find or enhance as a result of being associated with PCT.
Yeah, I think it was really interesting to learn some production skills for both creating graphics and video in order to make them visually appealing and also draw in an audience, such as like the rule of thirds kinds of things, or just creating graphics that have an interesting image, that are positive, that are easy to read, and things like that. And I think that those are skills that I can take for so many different kinds of jobs.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Josh?
Yeah, going along with what Madeline said, PCT has helped a lot with the way I'm viewing production style. So rule of thirds, 3-point lighting, all of that is something that I knew a little bit about coming in, but I really got to know it very well while working here at PCT.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm sorry for hollering at you about it. Just kidding. Christabel, I want to turn to you here because you've been with us since the summer, and you've been just doing a fabulous job. But you're getting ready. Are you gonna let's see, what's your scholastic? What are you doing in school right now? What are you getting ready to do with your life here in the near future?
Well, I'm pursuing a career in journalism, and I want to do photojournalism and documentary.
Yeah, well, I can't wait to see some of your work. I'm really a big fan of what you've been able to do. As a matter of fact, dovetailing from what you've been able to do as a documentarian, there you go, and also with one of our own producers. We have a producer here at PCT named Kathy Hawley. One of the things that your buying an auction item helps us to do is to support people in our community who have visions and dreams. And Kathy Hawley is a lady who does just that, and she has a show right here on PCT. And you know what I think I'd like to do is roll out to that video, if Jason has that dialed up, and really find out a little bit about Kathy Hawley as told by our own Christabel Fierros. So go ahead and take it away, Christabel and Kathy.
Joe Markey had a show at PCT called Regards to Broadway. And I was teaching music at Good Shepherd School in Pacifica, classroom music. And I've also been in the business, working professionally for so many years. And I did a tour to China and during the summer while I was teaching at Good Shepherd. He interviewed me and I had some footage of the performance in China. And it was just really great fun. It takes a lot of work to put a show together, as a professional performer, director, producer. So I interview, and then usually it's a performance, something that, the performers, singers especially, will do. And they usually have backtracks or, a track for something if they're not doing it live. But I've had live musicians too, or anyone in the performing arts, actors, actresses. I even had the Spindrift Players on one time when they were, doing a show. And I had the producer and the director on from Spindrift. So local performers too. I've had many musicians that are in the Pacifica area. Just had a trio who are going to be guests on my next show in November. They're called the Hot Mamas, and they're from Canada, and they harmonize, and they stand in front of the camera, Zoom, and one of the gals' husbands plays the piano. And they have a sound system, but they've managed to practice and get the levels right, so they come across fantastic. Having a medium like this, I would never have been able to do my show had I not had the opportunity at PCT to get to know Joe Markey, number one. So, locally, I can't thank PCT enough. It's very important to have that community feel in a medium. And so there's the community again, giving young people a chance to feature themselves or be featured on local television. It's a wonderful venue.
Interesting video. Thank you so much, Christabel, for producing that and bringing it to us. Now, Kathy Hawley is one of many community producers right here at Pacific Coast TV. And these are not people that are being paid. These are people with a passion and a love. And they've come down here and they've learned the skills and the tools of how to make television. And they are using that to tell their stories. Now, in the case of Kathy Hawley, who is she? She looks like an actor and a singer, but who is Kathy Hawley, Christabel?
Well, Kathy Hawley has this show called Spotlight on PCT. And she's not only just an actress, she sings, she's performed, and she's also traveled a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think she's done a lot of Broadway type stuff and a lot of
She does.
theater and things like that. When does the show run, Christabel? When can people see the Kathy Hawley Spotlight show on PCT?
So they could tune in on Fridays at 8 p.m.
Awesome. Christabel, as you kind of look to the future, what kinds of reporting do you think you could do in the future, or what kinds of documentaries do you think you'd be interested in pursuing?
Personally, would be I've done a few documentaries myself. So it would be more about the community, like PCT does. So yeah, that would be something I would be more interested, focusing more about community.
Well, and that's what it's all about here, folks. So again, we are a training institution. Our job is to not only, give people the tools, but also give them the training so that they can have their voice heard. So when we say we're your voice of the Coast Side, we literally mean that, your voice of the Coast Side, because you are an integral part of what makes PCT operate and what makes us function. And hopefully that's a reciprocal thing. So that's where your money goes to, and that's what we're supporting in these kinds of efforts. And I can go on about the not only the public aspect, but also the education and the government, the local city council meetings, the local county board of supervisor meetings, and all of those things that make government function, especially, think about this, especially right now during COVID, when people need to be plugged in, but unfortunately, the options become limited because of the fact that so many people are shut in right now. So there's a lot of ways that we support people and help them stay connected in this very, very vital time. All right, we're going to go back and talk about a little bit more about this auction here. And I got my gal, Haley. Haley, what else do you want us to hear about? Talk to us about another one of these wonderful auction items, if you would, please.
Well, we do have a few food and restaurant auction items. And one that I really wanted to bring up is right here in Pacifica, is the Valimar Station Grill and Sports Bar.
Yes, ma'am. We haven't talked about that yet, huh? Wow. Why? Well, we need to get on that. Where is that one? Let me find it. We're kind of skipping around a little bit. Okay, here we go. Boom. All right, talk to me about Valimar Station as though I don't know about it. I love this place. Go ahead, talk to me.
So this place is known for steak, seafood, prime rib, and cocktails. It's a historic restaurant, so once you go there, you can appreciate all the old photos that are hanging on the wall of Pacifica's history. It's been around since 1905.
Gosh, I feel deja vu. Was that on a previous show that I was talking about this, or was that this show that I was talking about? It was a previous show. All right. Well, folks, let me just once again, let me show you how to navigate to it. If you're on our website, and I don't mean to make anybody dizzy here, so I'm going to try to go slow, but this is our Pacific Coast TV website. So tomorrow night, we're going to have that live auction. I'm going to talk to you in just a second about some of those auction items. So tomorrow night, you want to click here or click here over here to stream it live. And by the way, folks, if you just want to donate some money to good old PCT, there's the donate now button. You can always do that. Or you can go right here. There it is again right there. Or if you just keep scrolling down, boom, there it is. Click here. That takes you to our auction website. And if you scroll down just a little bit, you can view all items. And again, you were looking at something kind of towards the bottom here. And where is it? Am I seeing it? Oh, there it is, Valimar Station. All right, now we have some really interesting eclectic items here. What's this Superman print all about? Talk to me about this thing. What's this all about?
Yes, so the Superman print is from Tom Chairman.
What is it? How do you pronounce his last name?
Chiaramonte.
Okay, I believe you.
Yes, and it's this really cool Superman comic looking poster. And I think it would be a total hit for all those comic book lovers. And I think it would be a great collection to like some wall art for comic books.
It's only a $30 value. Starting bid is only $8, folks.
Yeah.
That's a no-brainer. That's a nice little stocking stuffer for the comic book fan in your family. Just going back chronologically again, if I were to go back to some of the things that we haven't talked about yet, one of the things, and I don't think we have Matt on here right now, but one of the things is this autographed Kevin Garnett poster. All right. Now that is $100 value. Now, I don't think I have to tell people who Kevin Garnett is. He had an illustrious career with the Timberwolves and then later in his career with the Boston Celtics. The guy is just a legend of basketball, one of the top 50 players of all time, Basketball Hall of Famer. This is $100 value. Bidding starts at $25. And there he is in his T-Wolves outfit, obviously playing against the Raptors and posterizing this poor guy right here with that smash dunk. And guess what? It's autographed. So some of these items you might have to think about, all right, who is the fan in my life that needs to know about this thing? Who is the person that I love that is a sports fan? So some of these sports memorabilia items, folks, you need to really, really get keyed in on. And again, I know I keep saying it. As a matter of fact, let me throw it out to one of you guys. All right, Madeline, I'm going to put you on the spot. You ready? Tell me what the difference is between tonight's auction and tomorrow night's auction. I know you got to remember, people are coming into this, halfway through. They might not have heard it yet.
Tonight's auction is going to be online, so you can just access it by going on our website, pacificcoast.tv.
Yep.
And then tomorrow it's going to be a live telethon that you're going to call the number that you see on the screen, and you're watching as the bids are constantly updating.
Exactly. You have to tomorrow night watch, because if you don't, you're going to miss something. And I'm going to give you a reason why right now. Just a little.
Hey, Marty, we have 30 minutes left.
Thank you, Danya. Just a little bit ago, we had we talked about Curiosity. That was one of them. I'm going to take you to one right now called the Half Moon Bay Brewing Company. Now, if you all don't know about the Half Moon Bay Brewing Company, you're about to learn a little something right here, because Half Moon Bay Brewing Company is one of these places, once again, right on the water. They have 30 different beers on tap if you like to drink beer. They have a full bar. And by the way, right now, because of COVID, they've moved everything outside. They've got heaters. I've been there recently. It's absolutely fantastic. But don't let me tell you about it. Let me let you watch this video. This is going to be on tomorrow night's auction. And we're going to learn what item it is in just a minute. Watch this. Check it out.
PCT wishes to thank its outstanding telethon sponsors.
The finest pastries, breads, cakes, cookies, and pies. Family recipes and family owned. Mazzetti's Bakery specializes in cakes for every special occasion. A coastside landmark for over 38 years.
Delivering the local news you care about right to your doorstep. The Pacifica Tribune, your hometown newspaper since 1947.
KHMB Radio is your hometown community radio station, serving all the neighborhoods of the coastside with news, entertainment, and information. Tune in to KHMB Radio at 100.9 FM, AM 1710, and online at neighborhoodradio.info.
The Hair Factory, hair cutting and styling for the entire family. Located at 992 Lindemar Boulevard.
Sofa Outlet is committed to creating affordable and functional interior design inspirations. Offering locally manufactured furniture with customizable options, Sofa Outlet is your one-stop shop for space planning and consultation. Visit sofaoutlet.com.
Crespi Business Center, Pacifica's boutique business park. Located next to the Pacifica Community Center along Highway 1. Call Museo Electric and Telecom Security for all your electrical, data, telephone, and security alarm needs.
The Mexican Open Golf Tournament, a benefit celebrating Mexican and American cultures. Join us at the tournament in Vacaville. Dine at Nick's Restaurant and Lounge for a relaxed atmosphere, fresh seafood, and extraordinary ocean views. Open daily in Rockaway Beach since 1927. Reduce, reuse, recycle. The science and practice of resource recovery. Recology sees a world without waste, where resources are used and reused in a sustainable ecosystem.
Thanks again to all our outstanding telethon sponsors. We appreciate your valuable support.
Watch the PCT Red Carpet Auction on November 21st and the 22nd. You can also stream it online on any of your digital gadgets at pacificcoast.tv, or stay at home and watch PCT on channels 26 in Pacifica and 27 in Half Moon Bay. The PCT Red Carpet Auction is on November, Saturday the 21st and Sunday the 22nd.
We are at the Half Moon Bay Brewing Company, located in beautiful Half Moon Bay, California. We started in 2000. It was made by a couple of locals, and they made it a community to have someplace to get good beer and good food. And we were actually the first legal brewery on the coast since 1873, so that's pretty cool. It's someplace for locals to come, hang out, relax, grab a drink, grab some good food, listen to good music, and just enjoy their weekends.
Hey Joe.
How would you shot so little down? Yes, I did, I shot her. You know I come a little messing around town. Yes, I did, I shot her. You know I come a little messing around town. Mr. Jimmy Jones on the bass guitar.
We are Static Tilt. We have been playing together for about a year. We play all over Santa Cruz County and over into the Silicon Valley. That whole vibe that runs the length of the coast definitely influences music and influences just the vibe of people going out and having a good time. What's cool about venues like Half Moon Bay is they want to take care of you. Usually it's really good beer and really good food and really good people. And people are just more inclined to have a good time and let loose and just relax.
Up and keep coming here and bringing their friends and their family, and I think it just gives everybody the opportunity, like I said, to come and hang out and have a place and feel safe and have fun. Starting next Friday, we will have bands again on Friday night, so bands Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So come on down, 390 Capistrano Road, Half Moon Bay, California, 94018. Love to see you soon.
All right, kids, we are back and we are better than a heart attack. It is the fun that we like to call the PCT digital auction. That's the digital red carpet auction, where you are the star. Now, if you are just joining us, man, have we been having fun. Don't worry, this program is going to repeat tonight, because what we're talking about tonight is the digital only bidding. Okay, we're talking about tomorrow night as well, and I got a couple of items that I'm really going to tease for you a little bit here. But what we're talking about right now is this digital only aspect. And what I mean by that is tomorrow night, Sunday, we're actually going to be auctioning items off that you would just call in just like normal, and that's how you would do it. Okay, but tonight, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be talking about, and have been talking about, how you can bid online. So what I'm going to do here, Haley, drop me another one that you think is absolutely fantastic. Haley's been helping me out get this act together here. And what I'm showing you right now, and as soon as you can, I'm going to have you look at my screen here. And what I'm showing you is our website. And all you do when you go to our website is you just scroll down. That's tomorrow night. That's where you'll click to watch live, or you can click here. Or if you want to just donate, you can do that. But right here, or even over to the left over here, down below, you can click. And this is going to be up through November the 30th. So if you just tuned in, this is our 32 auctions page. And this, if you scroll down to where it says view all auction items, this is where you can bid on items. These are specific items that we are not going to close. Tomorrow night, you got to be on it. You got to let your fingers do the walking. You got to be on it, because tomorrow night from 6 to 11, you're going to be asked specifically to call. But this, you can bid online. And Haley, why don't you give me a really good one that we haven't talked about yet?
One of the really good ones that we haven't talked about is Stephanie Hare's, her 4 1-hour virtual coaching sessions.
All right, now talk to me about that. What is that?
So Stephanie Hare is a kind of life coach. This particular one is specifically about businesses and talking about businesses and how you can improve. And, you know, it just helps you really put yourself in the driver's seat of your own life.
Absolutely. So it's called Planet Gratitude Clarity Coaching. Now, this is a very high value item. Now, look, when you're looking for things to get for Christmas, and that's, you know, what are we talking about here? We're looking to get auction items for Christmas, right? That would then be something that we would give as a present. Think about somebody in your life who's trying to start a business, who maybe has a business, who's trying to burst through or break through obstacles. This is the perfect thing, because 1 hour, normally we put this at a minimum bid of $300 because the value of it is $1,200 minimum. She charges a minimum of $600 an hour because she's up there. Planet Gratitude and Stephanie Ann Hare are one of the top business coaches in the industry. I'm telling you, she's going to get you where you need to go. She helps me at PCT do what we do. And in spite of COVID, guess what? We're still here for you. So I'm telling you right now, she's a huge success, and she'll make you one too. The next bid, or I should say the opening bid, is $300. It's a $1,200 value. But we're not going to stop right there. Give me one more. Actually, can you do me a favor? Have we talked about this 2-night stay in a tiny home yet?
Yes, Zach mentioned it earlier in the.
Oh my gosh, we're doing better than I thought we were. Well, give me one that we haven't talked about yet.
One that we haven't talked about yet is we have a few haircuts and hairstyling involved in this auction.
Roadside barber, that's a great one. All right, give me a different one.
Yes, we also have Florrie's books.
Ooh, Florrie's books. Okay, that's $25 in books. That's a no-brainer. And I know we talked about Valimar Station, right?
Yes, we have.
What's this Superstar Pack? That looks interesting. What's that one?
Yes, so the Superstar Pack, which luckily was donated by our executive producer over here. So the Superstar Pack is a combination of our TV radio spotlight and our 3-minute video feature that we will make for a business if they choose to bid on it. And you can advertise to thousands of people across San Mateo County and the coastline. And now, thanks to online streaming, your advertisements can be seen across the world, just like how this auction is being broadcast across the world. And you can showcase your business with the help of us here at PCT.
Yeah. Well, and by the way, let me be clear. That's a $2,000 value. Now, let me explain. So normally we have $1,000 to do an ad for the year. It's a 365-day ad on PCT. And normally we have another item that is part of that. Now, Matt, we brought you in specifically because we want you to talk about this. What's this spotlight package? What's this all about? Tell me about this.
The video spotlight itself or the radio spotlight?
Well, okay. Well, talk to me about both, but what's the video spotlight? What is that part?
So the video spotlight is a fantastic exposure for the business who chooses to really get this package. And so we do a video feature here at Pacific Coast Television for your business. And we really focus on the individual and make it kind of personal instead of an ad. We really like to be big on community relationships, and we think this is a great way of doing so.
So it's basically like a 3-minute profile of your business.
Exactly.
So think about this, folks. If you've been watching any of the little video profiles, and I'm going to show you another one in a minute, imagine you had your very own video profile, just like the ones we've been showing you. And imagine that that's a 3.5-minute video that can live anywhere you want it to live, on YouTube. It can live on, when people go to Google and they search for your business on Google, and this is where I like to put it, Because look, you can go Facebook, all the social media on your website. That's all wonderful. But how do most people find new businesses? Like if I'm new in the area, or I'm just like driving through the area and I want to go to a restaurant, I want to find, a nice seafood restaurant. What am I going to do? I'm going to ask Google. And guess what? Google is going to look for the things that have videos attached. So think about that. And if it's not just an ad, like an advertisement, but it's more of a profile so they can really get the feel for who you are, the feel for the personality of who you are, guess what? You're going to win. So this is
Marty, we have 15 minutes left.
Thank you, Donnie. This is normally a $2,000 package because that video is $1,000. And what was the other side of it you were trying to tell me, Matt?
I was speaking on the radio side of it.
Okay, what's that?
And so we are able to do a short clip on the radio year round for you guys to create that excellent exposure that we were just talking about.
And that's our radio station here at Pacific Coast TV, and that 365-day little ad that we put that is a bulletin board ad, right? Plus this spotlight. So all three of those things together, it's a $2,000 value. But for the telethon, we've knocked it down to $750. What's the starting bid on that, Haley?
The starting bid for that is gonna be
$150.
It's gonna be $175.
$175. Folks, we've lost our minds. That's what it is. We've went crazy and we're just giving stuff away. We're giving the house away right here on this one. All right. So do yourself a favor, or better yet, do somebody that you know a favor. Do you know a business that's struggling right now, or that could use the advertisement, or that could use a little bit of an attaboy or an attagirl for what they're doing? Do it for them. Do you know somebody that has maybe a little bakery, or maybe somebody that has a little shop that could really use the exposure, and you frequent that shop and maybe you want to keep them in business? Think about it like that. Maybe that's somebody that you get something for Christmas. Folks, that's what we're here for. That's what this is all about. We're trying to help people for Christmas. Danya, how much time we got remaining, dear?
We got 12 minutes and 55 seconds.
All right. Well, I know right now how I want to use at least 5 of those minutes, because tomorrow night, folks, you're going to have a whole week on this. November the 30th for you to get these auction items. But for tomorrow night, it's one and done. And there are going to be 60 items tomorrow night that you are not going to want to miss. And what I want you to do right now is I want you to watch this video about one of these amazing items. This is going to be at the end of the night, tomorrow night. We go from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. tomorrow night. This one is Miracle Springs Resort. Somebody is going to get a deal, an amazing deal on an amazing resort where they're going to get rejuvenation in their life, because these are crystal and these are mineral springs right in the desert of California. Watch this video. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Reggie Bickford. I'm the general manager of the Miracle Springs Resort in Desert Hot Springs, California. Our property has been family owned and operated for nearly 20 years. What makes our property unique is that we're on an area of hot natural mineral water. So we have 2 aquifers on property, and we pump hot mineral water from about 100 feet underground, and we pump it into our 8 hot mineral pools and spas. Now this hot water comes out at about 140 degrees, and we're constantly infusing new hot water into the pools, and it overflows back into the ground where we re-pump and circulate the water. And the best part about our hot mineral water is that it's odorless and tasteless, unlike many other hot springs waters. This is the Capri restaurant. We have a full-service bar and restaurant. We have a full breakfast menu, lunch menu, and an Italian steakhouse by nighttime. Our restaurant is open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. At the resort, we have 10,000 square feet of meeting space. We have 4 separate meeting rooms. Our largest meeting room can host up to 350 people. This is one of our queen poolside rooms with direct access to the pool and all of the hot mineral water spas. Our rooms come fully equipped with large flat screen TVs, refrigerator, microwave. As you can see, this is our patio from one of our elegant poolside rooms with views across the pool deck and direct access to one of our many pools and hot water spas. Our spas vary in temperature from 98 to 104 degrees, with the large pool being roughly 88 degrees. And this is our luxurious presidential suite. It has 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, including the master bedroom and the master bedroom, and that's totaling 3 king-size beds and a fully equipped kitchen. This is the private master bedroom, king-size bed, all the amenities. The master bathroom is complete with marble floors, a hot natural mineral water tub, shower, and the full accessories.
Hi, I'm Kim Hart, Spa, Wellness and Retreat Director here at Miracle Springs Resort and Spa. I wanted to tell you a little bit about us. Besides our therapeutic pools, we have a full spa with all of our massage services, facials, mani-pedi, acupuncture, gua sha, tuning forks, cupping, Watsu, aquatic bodywork therapy program. All of our services are done with mindfulness, with an awareness, a consciousness, raise the vibration. You want to come here for your healing. This is where it's at. We're in the boutique here. We've got crystals, jewelry, all made from local people. We have these amazing Esquire massagers, your own massage tool, locally made soaps. All right, and here we are right at the Spa Boutique where we have the front desk where you come to make reservations for your spa treatments, and Jolie is here to help you.
I'm here to help you in your choice of treatments, just to match you with your therapist.
At Miracle Springs Resort and Spa, we're introducing Watsu to our programs. It helps veterans with PTSD, seniors with arthritis and fibromyalgia, and Deepak Chopra has Watsu at all of his wellness centers.
Wow, that was the Miracle Springs Resort. That is happening tomorrow night on the Sunday night auction. It's in the last hour. What's the item number, Haley?
Item number is 58.
The item number is 58, y'all. So that's like the second to the last. And by the way, guys, I wish I had enough time here tonight to show you everything, to talk to you about everything that's both on our online specific version of this auction and for tomorrow night. But just suffice it to say, tune in tomorrow night, Sunday night from 6 to 11, so that you can be amazed so that you can be entertained and so that you can get some fabulous auction items for your Christmas gift giving. All right. And it's going to support PCT at the same time. A 40+ year institution, the longest running such institution, community media center on the planet. Planet. Okay. So there, I said that. But guess what, folks? It's important. All right. I know I'm kind of like pushing, but you know what? It's important. And you guys need to do that. You need to do that for your life. Well, once again, I am rejoined by Haley, by my man Matthew, by Danya, by Madeline, by Zach, by Josh Silverstein, and by our inimitable all-star, Mr. Jonathan Contreras, who's been hanging out. He's a employee here at PCT who's been in the background, hanging out, helping everybody make this thing come through. A lot of the graphics and stuff that you see are all Jonathan, and we can't get him on camera. But next to my lady, Christabel Fierros, who has the best hair in the business, we also have Mr. Jason Francisco. He's the silent type, but can we give it up for all of you all? Can you all give yourselves a big round of applause? And by the way, Christabel's not the only one with good hair out here. We got a lot of good hair out here. Madeline's got fantastic hair. Jonathan's got fantastic hair. He actually got that little thing where you actually, it's like the skin pigmentation. But show him, Jonathan. No, he didn't. I'm kidding. But folks, we're having a lot of fun here at PCT. It's really a family affair, and it's really about helping support our community. So when you help us, just remember, when you're going into that pacificcoast.tv, that's the website. When you go to that website, you're supporting a venerated community institution that is here supporting you and will be here for you for another 40 years, because that's just how we roll. And if you want to be a part of it, you can always come down to the studio, of course, COVID notwithstanding. But the way to do it is you got to call us 650-355-8000, and we can set up a completely socially distanced appointment and maybe even give you some training where you don't even have to leave your house. Danya, how much time do we have remaining, dear?
We have 3 minutes and 15 seconds.
Well, in this last 3 minutes and 15 seconds, again, we've been putting the phone number up there. I wanted to get one last thing here. I mean, I don't want to put a phone number in everybody's face, but it's 650-355-8000. Okay, that's the number, 650-355-8000, and pacificcoast.tv. Tomorrow night is 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. live. This auction will continue throughout till next Monday, November the 30th, and we want you to get something. You don't have to leave your house. Leave Black Friday alone. Hang out with us, okay? It's going to be a lot of fun, and even more fun than we had here tonight. I promise you that. But what I'm going to ask each one of you really quickly. I'm going to go around the bin here, and I'm going to ask you which was your most favorite aspect of tonight. I'm going to start with Jonathan because Jonathan's been watching the whole thing. What did you think was the most favorite, maybe auction item or aspect of tonight, Jonathan?
Personally, I enjoyed a lot of the items. One that really caught my eye was the Barry Bonds painting. That was really cool. I like the design, and that's something I would probably try to bid on.
Absolutely. Christabel, same question to you, dear. What do you think was, for you, the most exciting part of the evening, or maybe the most exciting auction item that you're looking forward to getting?
Well, the auction item that I was eyeing on was for the kayaking for 2.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to do that personally.
I hear you. And I can 100% agree. That would be one of my personal favorites. What about you, Josh Silverstein? What do you think?
I have my eye on that Ted Williams poster. I'm a huge baseball fan, and I have my eye on it.
I heard that. So, folks, remember, if you want to get some of these items, especially that Ted Williams poster, that Barry Bond, those wonderful, those memorabilia items, do your due diligence, because, you got a couple people right here that might want that. Zach, what did you like tonight? What did you like about it?
I've been really eyeing up that Kevin Garnett poster. Aside from his great basketball career, he's also starring in Uncut Gems, which is an awesome film. So that'd be
Adam Sandler is the man. By the way, unscripted one right there. Nice little plug for the Uncut Gems there. Very good. And with the Garnett, nice. Matt, what about you?
I gotta hand it to you, Marty. Ever since you started talking about Valimar Station, I've just been thinking about steaks and seafood. I'm gonna be gunning for that one.
Look, Valimar Station, I got news for you, brother. That one's a no-brainer. That one's going to fly off the shelves. It always does because people know a good value when they see one. I'm not even worried about selling that Valimar Station, but if you want to overbid for it, you're absolutely welcome to do it. Danya, what did you like tonight?
I have to say the Nick's restaurant here in Pacifica, those crab sandwiches look really good, so I have to try one soon.
Now, Danya, I know you live in South City, and if you have not been out to Nick's and had the crab sandwich, first of all, shame on you. But secondly, you got your chance, baby. Now's the chance because you could do a lot worse. And that view, you can't beat that view. Madeline, what about you, dear? What do you think?
Ran out of time.
Out of time? How much time we got?
We just hit the 2-hour mark.
Okay, no problem. We're going to go over a little bit. We're going to go over a few seconds. Madeline, what do you want? What do you got?
I'm a sucker for succulents and for me.
Really? Succulents is the millennial thing? I did not know that. This is
man. Yeah.
intelligences to me. Madeline, Highway 92 succulents. That's the one for Madeline. Haley, did we ask you the question yet? We did?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Being newly 21, I definitely have my eyes on the Twin Pine Casino.
Madeline, you said you're 21? Is that what you just said?
Yeah.
You are
21. Yeah.
Get there. Go for it. I do not feel in any way, shape, or form that I am contributing to your delinquency because you are a fully fledged adult and you can go to the casino anytime you feel like it. All right, folks. With that said, we just want to say thank you so very much. On behalf of Jason Francisco, our entire production team, remember, it is the Pacific Coast TV auction, the digital auction, and guess what? The red carpet auction. And who's the star, everybody?
You.
Folks, thank you so very much. Watch tomorrow night. You'll be glad you did. PacificCoast.tv. Good night, everybody.
PCT wishes to thank its outstanding telethon sponsors.
Ocean Yoga has a variety of classes for all levels, and our professional team of massage therapists offer a wide range of therapeutic modalities. Come see our selection of yoga props, clothing, and gifts.
Haynes, Beffel, and Wolfeld protects your intellectual property. This team of professionals will be there to make sure your patents are protected. Call 1-800-419-4712.
Enjoy sensational lasagna, manicotti, and eggplant parmesan at Luigi's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Adobe Plaza, 950 Lindemar Boulevard.
At Skyline College, you can achieve more. The skilled faculty and staff are committed to empowering students to learn, succeed, and find enrichment in their educational experience. Visit skylinecollege.edu.
Jillian's Gems offers unique fashion accessories for business and personal trunk shows, celebrating and embracing women at all ages and stages of life. Jillian'sGems.com.
Saramonte Center has over 130 specialty stores and restaurants, conveniently located off of Highway 280 in Daly City.
The Sam Mazza Foundation supports initiatives that strengthen communities through enriching culture, championing education, and improving quality of life. Learn more at sammazzafoundation.org.
Chapel by the Sea, a coastside funeral home serving all faiths since 1956. Let our professionally trained staff help with all your wishes. Got a mess? You need a professional. Jerry's Janitorial Services. Wipe those cleaning blues away. Call Jerry's crew today.
Thanks again to all our outstanding telethon sponsors. We appreciate your valuable support.